The streets of Chicago are rumbling again, and the firestorm that's about to hit will shake every corner of the city. Tommy Egan isn't slowing down, and Season 3 of Power Book 4 Force looks ready to push him further than ever before. The new trailer teases chaos, betrayal, and power struggles that will decide who rules and who falls. And if that wasn't enough, a leaked scene has surfaced, leaving fans shocked and hungry for answers. Season 2 ended with more questions than answers, and that's exactly where the new trailer picks up. The world Tommy has built in Chicago is collapsing and expanding at the same time. On one side, he's forcing his way into a bigger empire, taking shots at rivals and demanding loyalty from people who fear him as much as they respect him. On the other side, every move he makes is attracting attention from enemies who want him gone. The trailer makes it clear. This isn't just about selling product anymore, it's about survival in a city where every street corner is a battlefield. Tommy has always been unpredictable. But the trailer shows him in moments where even his rage seems controlled, focused, and sharpened. He isn't swinging blindly at problems. He's planning, moving pieces like a chess master who knows the cost of every sacrifice. But the question is, who will he sacrifice? There are glimpses of old friends turning cold, and allies who might not be allies for long. The camera lingers on Tommy's eyes in one key moment, and even without words, you can feel the weight of betrayal surrounding him. This season isn't painting him as the wild card alone, it's painting him as a king who knows someone is always waiting to stab him in the back. The city itself feels like a character this time. Dark alleys, fast cars tearing down roads, neon lights cutting through the night, it all feels more alive, more dangerous, more ruthless. Chicago in Season 3 doesn't just look like a backdrop. It looks like a trap. Every streetlight feels like it's watching. Every siren in the distance feels like a warning. The trailer doesn't show us everything, but it shows enough to remind us that no one in Tommy's world is safe, not even him. Another detail that stands out is the police presence. Flashing lights, tactical gear, helicopters circling the skies. This isn't just small-time drug raids anymore. The authorities are preparing for war, and Tommy is at the center of it. The trailer hints at a crackdown that could crush his empire in one blow, but if you know Tommy, you know he won't go down without a fight. Instead of running, he's shown walking toward the chaos, daring the city to come at him. That image alone tells fans what kind of season this will be. It's not about hiding. It's about dominance. And yet, as loud as the trailer is with action, the quiet moments might be the most powerful. A short shot shows Tommy sitting alone, staring at nothing, the sound around him fading away. It's only a second, but it speaks volumes. The weight of loss, the pressure of leadership, the cost of every choice it's building inside him. For the first time, we see a man who isn't just fighting for power. He's fighting to keep himself from breaking. That mix of strength and vulnerability is what makes him one of the most dangerous men in the Power universe. And it looks like Season 3 will explore that more than ever before. The trailer doesn't waste time reminding fans who Tommy Egan really is. He's not just another hustler chasing a dollar. He's a survivor, a fighter, and above all, a man who refuses to bow to anyone. But in Season 3, that stubborn pride looks like both his greatest weapon and his biggest weakness. One of the most gripping elements from the footage is how Tommy seems to stand taller even when the walls around him are closing in. You see him walk into rooms full of men who want him dead, and he doesn't flinch. He doesn't lower his eyes. That confidence is magnetic, but it's also dangerous. The trailer hints that every step he takes is pulling him closer to betrayal. Family, as always in the Power universe, is a double-edged sword. Season 2 left plenty of scars, and those scars are visible in the new clips. Tommy's struggle with loyalty to family versus loyalty to the streets is painted in bold strokes this time. A few quick flashes show arguments that look too personal to be business, hands slamming on tables, and faces twisted with anger. You can tell these aren't just rivals, they're people who know Tommy at his core. They know how to hurt him without pulling a trigger. And that makes them more dangerous than any rival gang. For Tommy, the greatest threat might not be coming from strangers, but from those sitting right across from him at the table. The leaked scene only adds fuel to this fire. Though it's not confirmed, the whispers say it shows a tense meeting where Tommy discovers a betrayal that cuts deeper than bullets. Fans who've seen the description of this scene can already feel the tension. It's the kind of moment where words hit harder than gunfire. What makes it powerful is how quiet it seems to be. No explosions, no fast cuts, just a slow build of mistrust that ends with a shocking twist. If that scene truly belongs to Season 3, then this storyline isn't just about power or money, it's about trust and how easily it can shatter. But power plays and betrayals aren't the only things shaking this season. The law is breathing down Tommy's neck harder than ever. In earlier seasons, cops were just another obstacle, a problem Tommy could shoot his way out of. Now, though, the trailer shows us a force that looks smarter, tougher, and more relentless. This isn't about one detective with a grudge. This is about full-scale operations, raids, and organized surveillance designed to wipe Tommy off the map. The way the camera lingers on flashing blue and red lights gives the impression that the law is finally ready to strike with everything they have. Tommy is a street soldier, but the battlefield is expanding into places even he might not be able to control. What's most chilling is the way Tommy seems to welcome it. Instead of running, he walks toward the storm, as though the fight is the only place he belongs. That determination is inspiring, but it's also tragic. Fans know Tommy has already lost too much, and Season 3 seems ready to take even more from him. The trailer's editing plays into that theme, cutting from scenes of him laughing with allies to scenes of chaos and blood. The message is clear: joy doesn't last long in this world. And the people Tommy loves are always the first to pay the price for his ambition. Another standout theme from the trailer is the clash of old and new. Chicago isn't the same city Tommy walked into back in Season 1. The players have changed, the alliances have shifted, and the enemies are sharper. Yet, at the heart of it, Tommy is still the same man, reckless, fearless, and determined to carve out his own empire no matter who stands in his way. That balance of old-school grit and new-school threats makes Season 3 feel like the most unpredictable chapter yet. Fans aren't just waiting to see who wins or loses, they're waiting to see if Tommy can even survive. By the time the trailer fades out, one thing is clear: this isn't going to be business as usual. The stakes are higher, the streets are bloodier, and the choices Tommy makes will either crown him king or bury him in the same ground he's fought so hard to rise above. For longtime viewers, this is the promise they've been waiting for: a season where every move counts. And every mistake could be the last. The biggest shockwave around Power Book 4 for Season 3 isn't just the trailer, it's the mysterious leaked scene that has left fans arguing, theorizing, and rewatching frame by frame. What makes this leak so explosive is not just what it shows, but what it suggests. In a series where every word, every look, every silence means something, even a small glimpse can change the way fans view the whole season. And this scene, if it's real, doesn't just change the game, it tears the board in half. The description of the scene is simple at first. Tommy walks into a dimly lit warehouse, his footsteps echoing against the cold concrete. The space is quiet, too quiet, the kind of silence that makes your skin crawl. At first glance, it seems like just another meeting, another deal in the shadows. But as the camera lingers, it becomes clear that this isn't about business. It's about betrayal. Sitting across the table is someone Tommy trusts, someone whose loyalty seemed unshakable in earlier episodes. The tension in their eyes says it all. This isn't going to end with a handshake. The leaked details suggest that voices are raised, accusations fly, and for once, Tommy doesn't rush to violence. He listens. He processes. And that's what makes the scene terrifying. Fans know Tommy as the man who acts first and deals with the fallout later. But here, he sits still, his silence heavier than bullets, his glare cutting deeper than knives. The stillness is almost worse than an outburst because it means he's thinking. And when Tommy Egan starts thinking, someone is about to pay the ultimate price. Then, the leak hints at a single gunshot. No context, no clear angle, just the sound that rips through the silence like thunder. The scene reportedly cuts to black immediately after, leaving everyone to wonder who pulled the trigger and who hit the floor. That kind of ambiguity is what fuels the power fandom. Did Tommy finally eliminate a close ally? Or was it a setup with Tommy himself in danger? Theories are spreading faster than wildfire, and every fan seems to have their own version of the truth. Some believe this is the moment Tommy finally loses the last piece of his moral compass. If the gun is in his hand, then it could mark a turning point where he fully embraces the darkness of his empire, shutting out anyone who questions him. Others argue the opposite, that the shot isn't his, that he's caught in someone else's trap, proving that no matter how strong he is, the game always finds a way to remind him he's vulnerable. Either way, the scene leaves one undeniable impression. Season 3 won't hold back. What's more intriguing is how the leak connects with themes from the trailer. We saw glimpses of loyalty being tested, faces full of mistrust, and alliances cracking under pressure. This scene feels like the breaking point, the climax of all those smaller tensions exploding into one decisive moment. It doesn't just set the stage for conflicted promises that the season will revolve around it. Every decision Tommy makes afterward could be shaped by this betrayal, and the ripple effects might consume everyone around him. The fandom's reaction has been electric. Online discussions are filled with screenshots, speculation, and debates that stretch for pages. Some fans swear they know which character is involved, pointing to subtle clues in the trailer. Others think the leak is a clever misdirection, a planted scene to throw viewers off before the real shock drops on premiere night. Whatever the truth is, the buzz has done exactly what Power is known for: keeping the streets talking, keeping fans on edge, and making sure that when the season drops, nobody looks away. What makes the leaked scene so haunting is not just the possibility of death, but the possibility of change. Every major season of Power has had a moment that shifts the balance completely. Ghost had his betrayals, Tariq had his crossroads, and now it feels like Tommy is about to face his own. The question isn't just who lives or dies, it's what kind of man Tommy becomes when the dust clears. If this leak is real, it might be the moment he stops being a survivor and fully becomes a king. Or, just as possible, it's the beginning of the end for him. One thing is certain: whether the leaked scene is authentic or a clever distraction, it has fans more invested than ever. The suspense, the theories, the endless speculation, it all points to one truth. Power Book 4 for Season 3 isn't just another chapter. It's the chapter that could redefine the entire story. And the leaked scene is the spark that lit the fire. Speculation is the heartbeat of the Power fandom. And after the Season 3 trailer and the leaked scene, the pulse has never been stronger. What makes this moment so thrilling is how many doors it opens. The trailer doesn't just tease another season of gunfights and fast cars, it hints at a deeper story about identity, legacy, and survival. And fans are asking one big question: will this be the season that finally breaks Tommy Egan, or the one that crowns him as the undisputed king of Chicago? One theory gaining momentum is that Tommy's empire, while growing, is built on sand. The alliances he's formed are fragile, the loyalty shaky, and the trust paper thin. The leaked scene only reinforces this idea. If someone close to him betrays him, then everything he's worked for could collapse in an instant. Fans argue that this is the ultimate tragedy of Tommy's character. No matter how strong he is, no matter how much he fights, his downfall may come not from his enemies, but from the people he lets closest to his heart. That vulnerability makes him human, but it also paints a target on his back. Another theory suggests a different angle, that Season 3 could be Tommy's rise, not his fall. The trailer shows him facing the police, rival gangs, and even personal demons. But what if he conquers them all? Some fans believe that this season could mark Tommy's transformation from survivor to legend. The leaked gunshot in this theory isn't a sign of betrayal, it's a sign of victory. The idea is that Tommy eliminates the last weak link in his circle, solidifying his power and proving that he's willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to rule. It's brutal. It's cold, and it's exactly what a king in the Power universe would do. But then, there's the wildcard theory, the possibility that Season 3 will reconnect Tommy's storyline to the broader Power universe in ways fans don't see coming. Small hints in the trailer lines of dialogue, familiar names. Subtle callbacks have sparked discussions about whether Ghost's shadow will finally stretch over Chicago, or if Tariq's rising empire in Power Book 2, Ghost could intersect with Tommy's in Force. The idea of crossovers has always been a dream for fans. And if Season 3 drops even one major connection, it could change the trajectory of the entire franchise. Imagine Tommy facing not just Chicago's enemies, but the ghosts of New York as well. That kind of storytelling could elevate the season into legendary territory. The leaked scene becomes even more powerful in that context. If the betrayal comes from someone tied to Tommy's past, or if the gunshot signals the return of an old rival, then the scope of Season 3 expands beyond Chicago's borders. It's no longer just a local battle, it's a war that connects cities, stories, and legacies. And that's exactly what fans want. The sense that every storyline in the Power universe matters, that every choice echoes across the board. Of course, speculation is just speculation. The brilliance of the trailer and the leak is that they give just enough without giving away everything. Fans are left in the dark, piecing together scraps, debating every glance, every frame, every sound. And that tension, waiting, guessing, fearing, hoping is what makes this series addictive. Tommy's story works because it mirrors the unpredictability of life itself. You can plan, you can fight, you can claw your way to the top, but one wrong move can undo it all. That realism wrapped in drama is why fans care so deeply, why they can't stop talking, and why they'll be glued to the screen when the first episode drops. What's certain is that Season 3 promises escalation. The trailer shows a world more dangerous, more volatile, and more personal than before. The leaked scene hints at betrayal that cuts deeper than any bullet. And the theories swirling online prove one thing: fans are ready for chaos. Whether Tommy rises or falls, whether the betrayal is real or a trick, the story will leave scars on every character involved. No one will walk away untouched. And that's exactly how Power has always operated. So now, the countdown begins. Every fan is asking themselves, who will survive, who will betray, and who will take the crown? When the season premieres, the answers will come, and the streets of Chicago will either witness the birth of a king or the death of a legend. Until then, the trailer and the leaked scene will keep the conversation alive, keeping everyone guessing, and keeping Tommy Egan's name burning through every corner of the fandom.